Kakashi, mad
Yeah.
tough. They fought around Kakashi, but then later on in Shippuden, they all got defeated. But it was great epic fights,
Yeah.
like Sasuke versus Deidara and stuff. And I think that's what's gonna happen with Katakuri. Like, it's gonna be a good fight, but he's gonna take the L. The same thing with the admirals eventually,
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. I
and
just
and,
can't
and
see
I
it
think sooner than
really.
later.
But what were you gonna say? You
Yo,
didn't even finish your point. I don't think. Did you?
Oh, I was saying as far as like okay, so it's been set up, right? Based on Luffy trapping himself
Yeah.
in the mirror world with Cat Curry, and based on how the story should progress, Luffy's only way to get out is to defeat Katakuri. I mean, that's what
Uh-huh.
everyone's like saying.
That's
But
what it
even if
seems like. Yeah.
right, even if Luffy defeats Katakuri, how is he? He still isn't getting out, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
he's kind of trapped
Exactly.
in there. So
Exactly.
I don't feel like that's the
I don't agree
only
with
thing
that.
that has to happen. Like, how would he get out if he doesn't beat Katakuri? If
Well, if
okay, say he
if
beats
he,
Katakuri, right? How does he get out?
yep. Who's all right? So I remember that. What was a similar situation to this? It was a similar situation to this, and I think no, we talked about this. So like a bunch of streams ago, I
Yeah.
said something that like remember I said that like oh pretty much only Smoothie and Katakuri can mess with Luffy.
Yeah.
Everybody else is too weak.
Sure.
Michael, who's
Right.
messing with him? Come on, like I'm pretty sure
No. But
Smoothie
here's the
might be
thing.
busy
Right,
with the
right, right.
phone.
But Daifuku is there, right? Daifuku's in
Come
the
on,
world right now. No.
but come on, what is he doing to Luffy? And
No,
especially like if
right,
we
right.
can,
No, what is he doing to Luffy after fighting someone like Katakuri?
I don't think they would let Luffy be taken advantage of like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure that
So
like
do you think Luffy beats Katakuri mid-diff then?
If Luffy beats Katakuri, he's going full Dofi mode, not being able to move for the next 3 days. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way that like it.
Yes. So that's what I was saying. Like, as far as like him fighting Katakuri, it has to be some alternate way for him to get out of it. Because logically, I guess maybe I'm looking too much into it. Logically, even if he beats Katakuri, it's like, how does he get out of it anyway?
Now that I think
well,
about it,
Pedro
bro.
doesn't have to be dead. He can beat him and he can dip with Pedro.
No, I'm also skeptical that Pedro could be alive. Like, I'm not saying like if he's alive, if he's dead, cool. But if he's alive, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised of it. I'm like, okay, he's alive.
I think he's alive because of Pell and because of even Mr. Two. Like those people should have died.
Exactly, those people should have died. And how One Piece been set up, people are upset because they're like, yo, Pell should be, Pedro should be dead regardless. I'm like, whatever. But how One Piece been set up, it's like people don't die, and it's like even if like it's just that's just how it is within the story. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pedro is dead, but if he is, it is what it is.
Braga, that's like a really good point. Like that, like I've always been trying to like think about this, but like I never really knew how to say it. But like,
yeah,
like, a lot of people are saying that Luffy has to beat Katakuri, but like every fight that we've ever seen where Luffy like beats someone that's like way stronger than him, like think like or not stronger than him, but you know what I mean, like a really tough opponent like Lucci or Crocodile.
Yeah,
like he's like completely done for at the end.
He's
like he can't do shit, and like I don't understand how he's going to be able to escape after that.
Well, even this. So hold on. Where are you saying Dafuku's at? You're saying he's on the island, or he's with Luffy?
Well, we saw him in the mirror world, but we don't know if he's still in the mirror world.
Yeah, he could have gone on to like where Sanji and them are. He could have left.
Yeah, because it was like
the last time we saw him, he was in the mirror world.
Yeah, see, I don't think he's around though. Like I think like if anything, like if Luffy, like it would be one of those situations where like Luffy will probably beat Katakuri. And all right, so when Luffy first broke in, they were scared of him. It was like it's Straw Hat Luffy. I think it's just gonna be those people around. Like those people can't mess with Luffy, and I think he'll just be able to leave after.
Yeah, I mean we were talking about Brulee's power as well as like getting through the mirrors. And I think it was saying like you have to be touching Brulee, but I would think to like the dimension isn't going to disappear with Brulee being knocked out, but I think to actually go through the mirrors, she has to be at least conscious. You know what I mean? Maybe. So, and then, but like I said, after fighting Katakuri, Luffy's going to be able to like just walk out of there. I mean, that would totally tip the balance as far as like like power scaling. Because then at that point,
I don't think it does.
But the thing is, if Luffy's able to like beat a Sweet Commander or like beat a right hand, I think Luffy can tussle with like. Give an admiral.
I've been saying that with Fujitora. He fought too well against Fujitora. I don't know why people. It's like One Piece will show us one thing, but people will say something else.
I still don't agree with that. But that's why.
Wait, because look, Luffy to me, right?
Yo,
we all know Sabo. Yo, what up? So check this out. So we all know Sabo's stronger than Luffy, right? But then you see how Sabo's bounty wasn't even that much higher than Luffy. And I've been said this. I said, yo, look at Sabo fight with Fuji. Luffy put up a good fight with Fuji too, and Luffy was still feeling sorry for Fuji. He's calling out his fights, calling out his attacks and stuff. And then Zoro did even good. And then like you with a rain one day, right? and he's on par with Magellan, and Luffy couldn't even beat Magellan. So like at one point, Zoro's gonna have to surpass Luffy in that way because he's gonna have to beat Shiryu, and Luffy's gonna have to be even stronger than that because he's gonna have to beat Akainu or whatever somebody. So like he can beat Katakuri, and he can beat an admiral. You know what I mean? Like just not Akainu right now because I think he's on a different level. But I think like as far as like you know what I mean? As far as Kizaru, as far as Kizaru goes, as far as Green Bull goes, Fuji, I think Luffy can beat them. And one more other thing is that like we got
sounds like Dustin.
We got who was here first? So this sounds like nothing. So we got
Ty dropped the seniority card. Like who was here first?
Yeah, so don't say I sound like somebody when I was here first. But,
why you do that? Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead.
All right, so what I was saying too, we still got Weeble.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yo, don't make me. Yo, don't. Yeah. I'm just joking though.
Yo, don't make me pull it out, yo. Nah, go ahead.
All right. All right. So look, we still got and just one thing real quick. Like I don't know why, but it's easy for somebody to say something and then everybody just agrees.
Yeah.
But like chill with that. Just listen to what I'm saying. All right. So we still got Weeble looking for Marco, right?
Yeah.
Weeble came in contact from the White Bear Pirates. He destroyed, and I think that is stupid to have him looking for Marco, right? If Marco could just F him up. You know what I mean? So I think he can F Marco up, and Marco is a right-hand man. And I think what's going to happen is that like, he's gonna have to, it doesn't matter, White Bear Pirates, White Bear related pirates. You know what I mean? Weeble still destroyed everybody because Zoro hyped them up. That's something serious right there. That's the strongest man in the world. So I think that like, if he comes into contact with Marco, he'll destroy Marco. But what I do think is that Luffy's not going to let that happen. Luffy's going to be like, nah, he's going to remember how Marco saved him at Marineford.
Yeah.
He's going to have to fight Weeble for Marco. And if you keep that in mind, right, if that means that he would have to be stronger than he would have to be stronger than Marco to protect Marco, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, if you see the story going that way, then yeah, Luffy should be stronger than Marco at this point.
And even with Fuji saying he's like, I'm not gonna run from an admiral, I'm not gonna run from a Yonko. All right, we all know that he's not gonna be the Yonko yet. But as far as like an admiral or a right hand man, Luffy can do these fights. Fuji told him. He said he was like testing Luffy. He's like, you're right.
Well, here's how it's actually been presented in the story with factual evidence from the manga.
It's not fact.
If Luffy gets to fight Katakuri, and if he beats Katakuri, we should stop viewing this whole thing as a power scaling thing. Yes. Where if Luffy beats Katakuri, he can, beat the rest.
He can beat anyone.
It's more so that
because Katakuri's not that powerful.
It more so becomes.
That's funny how quick.
Yo, can I finish, bro? Y'all, hold up, bro. Hold up, nigga. Damn. It no longer becomes a whole like power scaling matchup. Or if you beat one, you can beat the rest. It comes down to complete matchups. That means that Cracker may have a better chance to beat Katakuri. That means that Katakuri could probably demolish Cracker. That means that Luffy has a better chance against Katakuri than he does Cracker. It doesn't.
Okay,
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that because one that's always been the case.
Bro, can I finish this statement with my evidence, bro?
Okay, well, first off, I thought you were done, and second off, I think we already get your point. But go ahead.
Saying rock paper scissors.
We've seen several times. For example, Magellan walked up to Blackbeard and his entire crew and one-shotted them. But we see Blackbeard take down fucking Ace in a good-ass fight. We see Blackbeard walk up to fucking Whitebeard and fight him with the Yami Yami no Mi and shit. Like,
yeah.
Why do you take out the part? You said factual evidence. So why do you take out the part that Blackbeard was showing up and underestimated Magellan? Why? And that's why he got the jump on. Like,
does that matter? All right, so let me ask you this then: if I'm taking out evidence, then why did you take out the evidence that Fujitora literally saved Luffy? That he literally took out a fleet for him. That he literally protected the nigga the entire time. That doesn't matter. No. Listen. Credulous niggas exposed.
Yo, what's good? Have to be stronger than someone.
Was good. Why does Matt be always coming?
See, look, here's why it doesn't matter because that had nothing to do with the 1v1
credulous niggas exposed.
Frank, you a third time, man.
You just sound salty now, but and look, besides that, right?
The guy who saved him is gonna beat him and arrest him.
Listen.
That makes sense, right?
Do you really think all of that stuff falling on Luffy would have killed him? No, it wouldn't have. Like, come on, it's not gonna kill him. So, but You're just praising. You're just praising.
So now an admiral can't kill Luffy.
Just throwing, not by throwing trash on him and rubble.
Oh
Hey,
man,
man, I came in here and Don Solo just said, "Fuck me." What did I do?
That's probably to get your attention. Now, shout out to Don Solo. Nah, Don Solo.
He's just getting ahead of himself. You'll say something that pisses off sooner or later.
Yeah, I was saying before you guys came in, as far as Luffy beating Katakuri, that's how the story set up, and that's how it's been set up to happen. But I think how it's been set up is kind of too perfect in a way, where I feel like we're gonna get a twist somewhere where it's like, even if Luffy beats Katakuri, he's not just walking out of there right away, right? It's like it's gonna be some time, especially if he goes Gear 4, Bound Man, and even if he uses another form, everything's been like stated that it's gonna be some kind of drawback because he hasn't mastered his fruit yet. I mean, we've been always saying that we want Luffy to take a step forward. I think this is honestly going to be a training session where Katakuri is going to school Luffy on how to better utilize his fruit. Then it's going to be a crazy twist for Luffy to get away. I don't think Luffy's straight up defeating Katakuri.
I think that there's going to be some crazy shit that goes on in that mirror world that like no one's going to expect. That like it's like almost like impossible. Like, you know how like Sanji's family was like a fucking Sanji's family was like an assassin family, and like no one fucking expected it whatsoever besides the fucking flying panda. It was just like completely random out of nowhere. I feel like it's gonna be some shit like that to where like no one's gonna be able to like just like guess what's gonna happen.
So what Frugal was trying to say, Katakuri's gonna be like time, space, even physical mass. I control it all in this mirror world.
So that's how Luffy's gonna be able to beat him. Wait, I missed a donation. Shout out to Big Daddy Vince Smoke. He says, damn, funny how Brago don't donate to the Big Homie Fruit Bill GoFundMe page where he went and got those new Air Force C's. SMH Brago, shake my phone. Yeah, shout out to Big Daddy Vince Smoke. He had a meme on Twitter where it's like Katakuri is wearing the Air Force C's or the Air Force Carrots after the last chapter. So yeah, they were saying that could happen to Luffy this next chapter. I don't think it's going to be quite a domination like that. But
yeah, man, prison's tough right now. I'm having to fucking join these streams for my flip phone.
Damn.
What I think happened with this, like was that?
That's what they do on D Block.
Did Luffy lose to?
Yeah.
Did Luffy lose to Bluno at first, or was that Sanji?
No.
Yeah, Luffy definitely lost to Bluno first. Luffy definitely lost.
Yo.
No, I'm pretty sure Sanji kicked Bluno and broke his leg.
No, Sanji ain't never lost to Bluno.
Like that happened to Luffy.
Sanji lost to Bluno.
Nope.
But I thought something happened with Luffy too, where like he lost to somebody or something like that, or he couldn't touch.
Sure he got shit on by Lucci, or maybe I don't remember, to be honest. I'd have to rewatch.
Yeah, from what I remember Sanji breaking his tech high.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, but he still lost.
Yeah, Sanji put in work against Bluno.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was. So it's like Luffy lost to the early weak Rob Lucci, but then later beat the super tough one. So I think it's kind of like when he fought Cracker.
Yeah,
that's one of those type of things. So, but like Katakuri will be stronger, but Luffy, like he didn't go all out.
I mean, that is kind of that's a good point, but at the same time, like, oh man, maybe you're right.
Well, I mean, for him to do that though, he'd have to pull something brand new out.
Yeah, exactly, something new.
So Luffy runs out of his Gear Force form, but he didn't go all out.
But that's the thing though. We're talking about like him bringing out something new because he did compare like the previous fight with Rob Lucci to the new one where he brought out 2 whole new gears.
Yeah,
and did he already have the gears when he first faced Rob Lucci?
Yeah, he did, but he just didn't use them until that second fight. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did something now. But if he did something like that now, it would really disappoint me though, because then I would just be asking why didn't he use that throughout this whole arc, like.
There's evidence to say that he has other forms of Gear Force.
Well, he doesn't
say he has Gear Fifth.
He did great so far. Like he actually didn't have to use it so far. Like he beat Crack at the end of the day, and if he pulled it out versus Katakuri, you know what I mean? He's good.
I think he's different periods, but I don't think he's having a stronger form though.
Put it like this.
Yeah, I don't think it's stronger. I don't think it's stronger.
Wait. Put it about this with his victory with Cracker. That might not have been the way you wanted him to win, but he probably had that all in his head the whole time. Like, yo, I could just eat his biscuits and I could win this way. I don't got to like.
You think
go
that was
all out?
His idea?
No. You got to keep in mind that
anime shows that Nami gave him the idea.
No, but it doesn't matter who I did with it. He was confident, and there was no need to go all out.
Bro, bring up the anime one more time, bro. I done told you.
The anime is canon, bro. Anime is canon.
This is important. Do you ever remember Luffy saying this? And I think he said it right before the fight or something. He said, I'm not going to Big Mom's to fight. He couldn't go all out. So at the same time, he tried to, even when he used bounce man or whatever, and he bounced. He
also said he wasn't gonna run anymore, and he's running.
Luffy even said that he was going all out though. He said, "Not go all out. I don't know anything else."
Yeah,
right.
He still tried to deal with that fight in a way that, like, if he had to fight Big Mom later, if he had to fight Katakuri later, he can. You know what I mean?
I forgot who said this.
Right? All out right away.
He's dead afterwards.
Nah, bro, because he was laying on the floor, barely
starving.
Barely able to keep himself. What?
But that's because of stamina, though. Like, he didn't, like, I'm telling you, he didn't go all out. Like, he's gonna do something crazy. Like,
no,
you know how
he said he was going all out.
I'm not gonna eat another bit of food.
It's telling us we must believe it, right?
I forgot, but Cheetah has that. I forgot who said this, but it was a good point, right? As far as Katakuri, so far he's been taking like attacks from Luffy. He hasn't really been blocking or doing anything. He's just been casually walking through it. But then when Luffy used Red Hawk, that's the first time he actually like tried to block it.
It's true.
So I think Katakuri is kind of susceptible to fire in some way, where it's like, or soul powers, I suppose, where it's like we kind of presume Red Hawk to be. So I think that's kind of like the thing that could bring down Katakuri. Like,
well, hold on. Like, I have a different perception, but like, even with what you said, bro, like, he wasn't trying to attack Katakuri. Like, he broke through the shit, and then his arm kept going. Then he noticed that Katakuri was coming.
Right. So wait. What are we talking about?
True.
Right now?
Right, when Luffy went through Pedo Candy Wall, and it was going towards Katakuri. That's something like Katakuri would normally just walk through, right? Like, he didn't walk through that one.
Yeah.
I thought he clashed. I thought he clashed on his own.
No.
It seems like that the the whole fire thing you're talking about, like, it's fire and water does like remove the stickiness from Katakuri.
Exactly. So Katakuri, that's something like it's going towards him. Like, Katakuri's been walking through everything. This time he actually blocked it. Like, why?
Yeah.
So that means like, I forgot who said it. Somebody said it. I forgot who said it.
I thought it was something else. I thought Katakuri stretched his arm and hit the attack just to hit it, to try to like put Luffy in place.
Yeah. I mean, he did that, but it's like, why? Like, he hasn't tried to do that to any of Luffy's attacks before.
Yeah. No, don't get it wrong. Like, Luffy, like, he kept his arm going. Like, he punched through it. Yeah, and then the next panel we see is Luffy, like, realizing that Katakuri is, like, charging up and shit, and then he kept his shit going. He could have snapped it back.
Well, true. You know how Katakuri, the whole thing when he was waiting and he's like, they got no chance versus Big Mom, but I'm going to be here just in case?
Yeah.
I think, like, he's really going out of his way that it's like, he's fed up with Luffy and he's not going to try to give Luffy the chance to escape. So he just like stepped in and punched it.
You know what? I'm still skeptical, man. I'm still skeptical, to be honest. And because, all right, so Katakuri is like, this is my like headcanon, right? So Katakuri's whole powers, right? We don't know the limit of it. We don't know if like he can, set a future sight to see, like, it takes a while to see something like further in the future or something. Like, we don't know the limits of it, right? So with Katakuri, when everything happened with the cake, Katakuri like specifically says, Brule, you come with me. And he goes to the ship. And then my perception of it is that like he got taken into the mirror world and he let it happen. And it's like, is this something, did he want to isolate Luffy by himself from the beginning?
Yeah. I don't agree with that, because he told Luffy, he said something like, congratulations. He
said, well done.
Well done. Yeah, so I don't think that was up to him. I think like he really told Luffy, like, yo, this is not what he was trying to do. Well done.
Nah.
Well, you are.
I see it like if you're working with your pops on the car or something, like he just want to see like what you can do with yourself. Like he see you about to make a dumb decision, and he like, oh, that's what you want to do?
It's like, well done, you isolated me. Now what, bro?
Brago, but again, like
I think
that point, but like I have to counter it with like he said like I have to kill you before you become a threat to Big Mom. Like so that's like the one thing I can't ignore that.
Yeah, I mean,
why wouldn't he want to isolate him so he can defeat him?
But listen, like what Brago said, like it's not exactly like 100% because you need Brule in order to travel in the mirror realm. Like to go inside and out, you need her. So that's the reason why he got him in the first place. And then he said, like, you're not the only way that this boat is leaving is if you get through me and shit. So
that's what I'm saying. It's like Katakuri said things before, and he's kind of reneged on it, right? Where it's like the whole thing, like you're not leaving, but it's like,
no. Like I agree. I think that the purpose that you're saying is correct. I agree with that too. Like he wants to kill Luffy. He wants to take him out. He's gonna do however he can. But I just think that
it's not that easy.
How it happened was fucking Luffy forced it. Luffy forced what happened.
Yeah, I agree with that. Luffy forced it.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
I don't know.
So what are y'all saying right now? Are y'all saying are y'all debating if Katakuri was trying to isolate Luffy or if
No, the thing is,
I would say Luffy forced the action, but at the same time, we seen Katakuri morph his body into weird shapes. So why couldn't he just do that and get himself Luffy away from the
definitely
elephant?
Could have. He definitely could have. Like it's like people saying, okay, Luffy was squeezing him, but he could
make sense to me, bro.
I mean, why didn't Blackbeard use his vortex to suck up Magellan's poison?
He wasn't ready.
Broke it down to plot.
Because he wasn't quick enough. Magellan was just too fast.
He wasn't ready.
All right. You can say all kinds of things, bro. We just
but
know
the thing is, for Magellan, we know Magellan he kind of underestimated.
Okay, the thing with Katakuri is like you can say for any other character, like if what Brago was saying sounds retarded, right? But the reason why it sounds good is because he has Katakuri can see the future. So like, and if you say that like he just got caught off guard by Luffy, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's bad writing by Oda. He should have been able to fucking do something about it.
No, even after he was caught. Even after
powers aren't that broken like that.
He just stood there and did nothing.
The powers aren't that broken like that. Capone already said everybody has the power to change the future, and he even
but
say something
misunderstanding that shit.
I'm saying even after he got caught.
No, it's not a misunderstanding.
20 chapters later, he's still misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding.
No. But look, listen, y'all can say what y'all want. Like, last chapter, right? And like whose future will prevail or whatever. So it's still like he can't. Yeah, so it's like his powers is like pretty much irrelevant. Like Luffy can still catch him.
Got me agreeing with this
that was just like that was just like a cool quote to fucking end the chapter. I wouldn't
not no cool quote. No, that was like the truth right there.
Like we can't act like him being able to have that foresight like allows him to see everything that's happening every single second in the future.
Exactly.
Like it has a limit. Not even a limit. There's a way that it's being used. Like we don't know what the limit is.
If he couldn't see that in a one-on-one fight, then that ability is literally trash and it shouldn't be in the story. That would be retarded. I'm sorry.
Right.
No, y'all. No. Oda's saying this is what it is.
So what are y'all? So okay. So y'all are saying that Katakuri should have like stopped himself from going into the mirror world. Like he should have foresaw that, right?
I think he definitely foresaw it. What I'm saying, I think Katakuri is in control of the situation right now. That's what I think.
Specifically, we're saying that if he should have known, if he wasn't trying to get himself into the mirror world on purpose, he shouldn't have been in there in the first place because he should have been able to stop it from happening.
But that's the thing. Like I think the reason why it's so confusing is because the primary purpose that he said the main goal is to stay on the ship, to not allow them to leave, not allow the ship to leave.
Yeah.
But he also has the goal of getting Luffy. Then he goes into the mirror world, and it seems like he can deal with this shit. But Luffy, obviously, from what we saw in the panels, forced him into the mirror world and closed off the path.
Okay.
There's force on Luffy. Like things are happening.
Let me add some let me add some light to this. So Big Mom was about to eat the ship, right? Or she was close to the ship.
Yeah.
So the Big Mom pirates told her that that the Straw Hats have the cake, right?
Yeah.
So if Big Mom would have gotten to Luffy and like said something about the cake or something, knowing Luffy and knowing the person that he is, he would have said, "Yo, we don't have a cake." And so maybe Katakuri got taken into the mirror world so that wouldn't happen. Perhaps.
That's an interesting possibility.
I feel like you were going
I don't agree with that.
I would have agreed somewhere else. If you would said something like Big Mom, like Katakuri thought Big Mom would have been able to handle the rest of the Straw Hats, so he took Luffy on his own to kill him, then I would have agreed with that. But
well, I mean, the biggest thing that they're trying to stop right now is Big Mom from going crazy. That's the main priority right now. It's not the Straw Hats. It's not. They're trying to stop Big Mom from fucking going crazy. Yeah, from destroying Whole Cake. And so if they,
definitely.
That's why they're not. No. That's not the goal. Peril Sparrow, they literally agreed upon it. They were focusing a Big Mom on the Straw Hats. That's the entire point was that in the meantime, while they're making the cake, they're gonna focus Big Mom's wrath on their goal that's already there to get the fucking Straw Hats. So it's not really that they're trying to protect her from destroying the island. She's going after the Straw Hats. That's what I'm saying. The entire purpose of like Katakuri doing what he was doing was to stop them from moving. That's why they sort of candidate up the ship, which they did. It should have stopped them. But the reason why it's so confusing is that Luffy was able to force Katakuri into that realm. He used force to get him into there, but Katakuri accepted it. Like once, I agree with Steve. He has the upper hand right now. He has the upper hand.
Based off, but even if she kind of used her to take out the Straw Hats, that's still killing.
The only upper hand he has is experience. Like that's it. Like he doesn't have no real upper hand. And what I want to say from like Brago and everybody's who's saying he let himself go into the mirror. So what's I gonna say when Luffy knocks him out? He let that happen too. No, he's not as in control as I think. Like this is more serious. Like he's pretty much in trouble.
If Luffy beats him fair and square, then obviously we're wrong. But at this point, I still feel like he let it happen.
Here's the reason why I feel like he's got this down, right? Is the fact that he was literally in a 1v1 versus Luffy, and he didn't even push Luffy to go gear 3rd or gear 4th, meaning that he's not actually putting in work like he should.
That does not mean that. Like
so
again,
if Luffy's not going gear 3rd or 4th, then he's not fucking fighting properly. I'm sorry.
Didn't either that or Katakuri not as strong as he's
no, didn't.
The only reason he went gear 3rd is to grab him. Yes, that's the only time he went gear 3rd.
No,
like, dude, they like just started the. Come on, man.
No, but look how quick he had to go gear 4th.
It's like Long versus Cracker.
Dude, but he's on a ship. He's on his ship. Why would he go gear? Dude, why would he go gear 4th on the ship? When
he didn't go gear 4th. He wasn't forced into it.
He won't go gear 4th on the ship. But what I'm saying is, if you're fighting the toughest opponent of your life, you don't have time to think, shit, I might punch the ship instead of him. You need to kill this nigga ASAP. You don't have time to think about that.
But it's not, dude. Okay. Look, I understand that, but he has to account for every single other person that's on that ship as well. Yes. He can't just fight recklessly as he wants. He can't go gear 4th. Why would he go gear 4th and then jeopardize everybody and get in a full-on battle with Katakuri? Yeah. The first thing that he said was when he got into the mirror world was, we can fight all we want here. Like that was all like okay, look, I think we're all forgetting that Jinbei said something about getting Katakuri off the ship, and Luffy came up with this plan to get him off of the ship.
Yeah, man, I agree with what you're saying about him like not wanting to do it because his friends are there. What I'm saying is Katakuri shouldn't have given him a choice, but he did.
No.
Luffy shouldn't have had the option.
No. You shouldn't think so highly of Katakuri because it's like, look, Oda's showing you this, right? No. For real, look, Oda's showing you that this is what happened. Even though Katakuri wants to stop the Straw Hats from leaving, they're still leaving. Even though, like, you know, he's not showing you that. Remember, there's still time, but he's not showing you that he pushed Luffy to gear 4th and all that. Like Cracker gave Luffy no option.
I'm not going to agree with what he's saying because that's wrong, but he's definitely right in a certain part. Like, Katakuri can't stop everything that happens in the world.
What does that mean?
Katakuri can't stop everything that happens in the world. He can't do that. That's not how that power works. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. He's not an absolute seer. He's not a fortune teller. He doesn't work that way.
At the same time, something as such as a simple attack from Luffy when he's charging at them. Like, okay, if I'm Katakuri, right, I can see 5 seconds in the future. Wouldn't you think that the best time to use that ability is like right before you're about to fucking charge at them? Like, oh, you rascals aren't going anywhere.
No, because we've seen he doesn't require it. We've seen he doesn't require it.
You don't even know his. You don't even know the limits of his powers and stuff like that, though. You know what I mean? Like maybe he couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
And again, like
not for nothing, he tried it with Sanji and it missed. So it's not like his powers is perfect.
If this was Marco, right, and we were like, oh, this is Marco's grand plan. He's Aizen. He's had this plan from the start. I'd be like, all right, that's kind of retarded. But like, since he can't see the future, that's the only reason like this has any validity to it. Which is all I'm saying.
But I agree with that. And the biggest problem with the whole issue is that very same fact that he has this ability, but he didn't do it. But that's why I say that he has the advantage right now because of that big outliner. Like, why the fuck didn't he do something against Luffy? That big outliner means something. This indicates what Brago was saying earlier about what he believes, and I agree with it. That Katakuri wanted to get a 1v1. Katakuri wanted to take out Luffy for a certain reason, whatever it may be. All I'm saying is that he doesn't need the foresight for every situation. We've seen it doesn't matter what you do with him. You can cut him, you can use haki on him. It's not going to hurt him. You have to have an elemental advantage against him to actually affect him, shit like that. So Luffy's not going to have an effect that easily at any point. Like it doesn't matter what they do. You have to do something different.
Can we agree on this? Can we agree on this? Can we agree that Katakuri can only see like one part of the future? Like,
well, what do you mean by that?
I mean, there's only ever one future.
Okay. This is what I mean. Because clearly he couldn't. Clearly he got distracted right after he used his power to avoid Carrot's attack or whatever. Right after that, he got grabbed by Luffy. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
And then the demonstrations that we've seen from his powers thus far, he's not able to see everything that happens. If he's focusing on one thing, he focuses on that one thing, and then that one thing, that one thing happens. Like, for instance, whenever he said that Sanji was gonna what did he say? He said Sanji was gonna not dodge the bullet.
Gunshot.
Yeah. There you go. He was gonna dodge the gunshot, and didn't Sanji end up dodging the?
Yeah, he dodged
his bullet shot.
He dodged the jelly bean.
Exactly. He dodged the jelly bean, and then in turn, because he dodged the jelly bean, he also dodged the gunshot. Right?
No, I think that what happened is that Sanji was getting ready to dodge the bullet, but since his observation hockey was turned on, he dodged the jelly bean, and then it shot the fucking guy in the face, and he just let his gun go off.
His gun just went off like after
as he was falling,
and just flew off into the.
Yeah, we've already discussed this. That like if you have observation, you can interact.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think that. I think we're trying to give Katakuri like way too much power.
That's what I've been saying.
With his future, I honestly believe that we're trying to give we're giving him too much power with this whole seeing the future thing, because we don't know the limitations of it. And then it's like y'all are saying, oh well, Katakuri should have been able to stop. He should have been able to stop Luffy from doing what he was doing, but also in that same respect, that was right after he just got finished using his power against Carrot.
I mean, that's assuming that he used the powers to
power against Carrot.
Yeah, like he stomped on her without even thinking about it. Like that
I don't think you'd have to use power against Carrot.
I do get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying though, because let's just imagine, right, that Katakuri could see endlessly into the future. Let's just imagine. I know he can't, but let's just imagine. The moment that he would have seen Carrot diving towards him, the moment that he decided to dodge it, the future would have then changed, so he wouldn't have known anything that happened after that, even if he could see unlimited amounts into the future. So if that is true, and he did use his power against Carrot, then I would understand why he didn't know Luffy was going to do what he did.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that he had to use his power against Carrot. That's just me.
And then it looked like he was looking at Luffy the whole time. He kept on his eyes were still moving forward.
It's not based on one person. What he sees is the absolute future. And everybody has the ability to change it. It's just that if you have good observation hockey, you can also see it.
Why do people? That's not true.
That's what it was shown. He sees what's going to happen, and you have the ability to change that. Everybody does.
No, that's not true.
That's what Sanji did. That's it. That's what Sanji did. That's literally what Sanji did. Katakuri saw what was going to happen. He threw a bullet, and then Sanji used his observation to move.
No, Katakuri changed the future by throwing the bullet. Katakuri changed it.
Yes.
Even
Do you
with
see
the Capone Beige shit?
You just accepted what I said. He knows the future, and by acting, he changes it.
You said anybody had the ability.
Yes,
to change
anybody, including Katakuri. Anybody has the ability to change it.
Just saying the same thing. You're just kind of disagreeing on like a silly thing. That's what observation hockey is.
I mean, in that situation, I don't think Sanji changed the future. Katakuri changed.
Okay. Let's change the tune of this argument. Okay, so who thinks that this fight is going to be finished?
I do.
I don't.
I don't see why. I don't know. Like, why,
wait a second.
This is why I say
who thinks the fight is going to be?
Y'all don't ever want One Piece to end. Y'all want to prolong it for a long time. Luffy's gonna fight Katakuri. It's gonna be a
sounds just like Dustin.
He's not gonna end, and we're gonna
Luffy's not gonna win.
Okay. Look. Wait a second, Ty. Who thinks that the fight is gonna end, and then if you say that the fight is, or if the fight isn't gonna end or is not gonna end, how do you think it's gonna play out? And do you guys think? Because I think that this is going to be Luffy.
Right.
Yeah, it is. And well, no, just answer those two questions, and then I'll just build off of that.
Luffy will escape, and he will not be Katakuri. There won't be any decisive.
He will escape.
He will escape, and there will be anything decisive about this.
Wait, hold up. You don't think there's going to be anything decisive about that? I don't know if I would go that far.
Well, what is decisive? Like, is Katakuri going to be on his neck? Is Luffy going to lose a leg? Like,
well, I thought
nothing special is going to happen. Nothing special is going to happen.
Decisive. I thought you meant like we were going to leave on like, oh, we don't know who would have won.
Oh no! For sure, Katakuri's going to win this. Katakuri was always going to win this. There's no way that Luffy can beat him. We're going to see that in this next few chapters.
Wow.
All we're going to see is Luffy try hard, Luffy put in effort, and we're going to see glimpses of Luffy putting in work and shit like that, and what he can improve to. But Luffy will escape, and there will be no decisive manner to this fight.
You all right? Like when he beat Crocodile,
another Aokiji moment where he learned something from it.
I agree with
that.
that.
I agree.
Like when he beat Crocodile, nobody thought he could beat. When he beat Crocodile, nobody thought he could beat Crocodile. Even when he beat Rob Lucci, nobody thought he could beat Rob Lucci. He's gonna beat.
You mean when he lost?
He's gonna beat Katakuri. When he beat him, like how he did in the end of the
After
fight,
losing to him, how many times?
it doesn't matter though. Like,
Like
like all the wop y'all giving like that. You're like at the end, what happened at the end? You know what I mean?
After the losses, though.
No, but this is the problem that, like, you're both right? But this is the problem, right? Because Luffy, like, barred himself off from all of his allies. Like, he can't, like, pull a Crocodile where he gets, like, saved twice or something like that, and then he, like, does good on the third time, and then he even still dies with Crocodile and then gets saved again. Like, he can't get saved, so it's like,
from what we know,
he doesn't have a chance.
From what we know based on the story,
even though he had help,
if Luffy loses, people are saying he dies. But I don't think Luffy necessarily has to beat Katakuri. I don't think like that has to happen for the story to continue. I feel like there's other things that could happen for it to.
Okay.
Even though he had help, he didn't lose to Luffy didn't lose to Doffy or the Cracker, so it's like I don't know why I think he got to
wait a second though. Wait a second.
Lose to Doffy.
Wait a second.
I know.
Wait a second. How is Luffy gonna get help? Please explain that to me.
No, I don't think that
we don't know. That's why we said from what we know.
No. There is a small chance of Pedro. No, there is. So don't say no. Pedro was alive.
Pedro?
You got to take everything.
Pedro would be outside the mirror, though. How the hell would he get?
Yeah,
you got to take everything.
First thing, who's currently in the mirror world? Who's currently in the mirror world?
As far as we know, it's Daifuku and Katakuri.
As far as we know, right?
And several soldiers.
You know what I wanted to say about this though? You know what I wanted to say? Do we even know, like does Daifuku even know that Katakuri and Luffy are in the mirror world? How big is the mirror world? It's pretty huge.
Pretty big.
We dude, we saw a random panel of Daifuku in the mirror world. We don't know where he's at in the mirror world.
I'm pretty sure it was when all the army was coming through. They were funneling in to actually go fight Brook and Chopper. He was involved in that assortment, I believe.
Okay, but does he even know that
Katakuri told him to take care of that?
Does he even know that Katakuri and Luffy are in the mirror world? Is what I'm asking.
We don't know.
There's a possibility that he's in another sector of the mirror world.
I'm gonna say that Daifuku doesn't know that Katakuri and Luffy are in the mirror world
because that would be your headcanon.
Yeah.
Wait, let him finish.
We both have that canon.
What point are you trying to make with that?
The point that I'm trying to make is that, like, okay, there's literally nobody that can come help Luffy at this point. Brule is not.
But don't say nobody because there's still a chance that Pedro's alive.
Even if Pedro's alive, how is he getting into the mirror world? That's what.
Can I ask a question? Why do you have a point A, point B mind? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what if Luffy beats?
How is he getting into the mirror world without Brule?
The same way. Listen. Luffy can beat Katakuri, right? He can escape the mirror world and he can meet Pedro on the outside of it. He doesn't have to be stuck in there.
Okay, so that's him doing it eternally. He basically escaped himself.
Let me beat Katakuri. Go get help from Pedro to come back.
Listen. I'm talking.
No, I'm not talking about needing help to win. I'm talking about like he can still meet up with Pedro to leave the island.
But I'm asking. We're not talking about leaving the island. Like leaving the island. How Luffy's gonna do that? I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to guess. What I'm focusing on right now is Luffy in the mirror world. If there's literally nobody that can help him inside of the mirror world right now, nobody can get inside. He can't get out unless he does something with Katakuri. So how do y'all see the fight playing out? Like, y'all think like.
Bro, I know this is a cop out, but like I just truly think that something's gonna happen that like no one can really like. I don't think that anyone in here is gonna predict what's gonna happen. Like I know that sounds so dumb to say.
That's the
like,
way I see it going, bro.
Like, I just don't think that there's gonna be.
I think last week.
I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I think Luffy's gonna beat Katakuri, and he's gonna find a way to get out the mirror road, and he's gonna leave, and he probably meets back up with Pedro, and then they head out.
There's just like some things that you literally just can't predict in One Piece. Like no one would ever predict like what Gear 4th was and like how it worked. Like there were so many theories.
Oh no, bro! Everybody predicted Gear 4th, bro. Everybody did.
I am gonna say this. Like I don't think it's that simple though. I still want something.
Okay, when I say that everybody predicted Gear 4th, everybody was saying that Luffy was gonna not that he was gonna like inflate his fucking muscles. Yeah. But they were saying it was going to be like kind of like a Super Saiyan 2. Like he's going to get stronger and be able to like.
But
that's what I'm saying. Everybody like for the overall premise of Gear 4th, everybody predicted that.
People did say like it was based on muscle, so you know.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, I did predict that one move, Calvin, where he like bounces his arms off the air and stuff.
Okay, like I guess a better thing would be like you know, and so like the climax.
Brago, I keep telling you, bro, I did.
Send the clip. Send the link. The time.
The climax is bro. Rizzo was like in
your whole challenge,
literally not a single person.
All right, bro.
I mean, just for all intents and purposes, because through what I'm saying, to bounce off of your point. How you said whatever is going to happen is something that no one is going to be able to predict. That is a red flag to me because that screams convenience for Luffy.
What?
Well, that's not necessarily true, but maybe.
Dude, if it's like if you say that like Luffy's going to get out or Luffy's like something's going to happen,
or like he's going to have the skills.
And Ty, I'm with you to a certain extent. I don't want to say that he's gonna beat him, but I think that he's gonna show something where we're gonna like he's gonna dig in his bag. He's gonna pull something out. I mean, he has to do something different. Like the way that Oda went about setting this up. If we just get something where it's like, Luffy like dude, the nigga is like, yo, we can fight here all we want.
Yeah, I agree. Bro, something big is gonna happen.
Yes, like something big.
Another thing too.
Saying.
Another thing too that I wanted to point out because not you, but like you're underestimating Luffy is that Katakuri went out of his way to be by the ship, and he wouldn't have had, been trying to stop Luffy, or he wouldn't have even told him we could fight all we want if he didn't. Like he can tell Luffy's power, like he can tell Luffy's a lot stronger than what he's been acting like, and even though he fought Cracker, remember when he fought Caesar Clown? And Zoro's like, yo, stop joking around. I think Luffy was still kind of like joking around, but like he didn't go all out, and Katakuri knows that, so they were about to have like a serious fight, and Luffy's gonna impress us. Yeah,
I just don't see how you go from losing badly against Cracker to beating a nigga that's supposed.
No, I know. That's the only issue. But what I have to say with that is that like we've seen it before. Cracker was just a warm up fight, and it's like in order to hype Cracker up, to like have a lit warm up fight, they had to make that kind of hard. But Luffy, it's like warm up. It's like the
CP9 out of Gear 4 several times.
But listen. We already talked
11 hours.
We already talked about this. We said that like certain things, Oda can't show us everything at the beginning of the arc. That Cracker fight was literally at the beginning of the arc. He can't show us what he wants to show us at the end of the arc for the sake of the story. So I mean, like, I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't agree with he struggled. He struggled against Cracker, and then he might fucking beat Katakuri. But like I don't necessarily agree with that, but I understand the narrative.
Check this out. So the whole Dopey situation, right? So you know how like, and even this, because I was thinking about this earlier. You know how like when they said congratulations, when Lord's crew said congratulations for beating Dopey.
Yeah.
What did Lord say? Lord said no. Lord said I didn't beat Luffy. Luffy did. That was Straw Hat, and I feel like it's one of those things where like Luffy's about to beat Katakuri because like that's the guy who beat. I know it was a team thing, but like, and some people said that like it's evidence that like Luffy probably if he was full health and if Dofi was full health he could beat Dofi. So I think like it's one of those things where like Luffy can beat Dofi 1v1 and he could beat Cracker 1v1, but just the way that those fights played out at the moment, it didn't seem like it. But like, so he's gonna beat Katakuri, but like if he had to fight Cracker again 1v1. One of those type of things, but like for whatever reason, Luffy didn't get to. No. I mean, for whatever reason, Luffy didn't get his best. Like he didn't get the best start at a fight with Cracker, but he could beat Cracker 1v1. You know what I mean? Especially because put it like this: like, do you think? Let's say if we swapped out Katakuri with Cracker right now, right? I don't think Luffy would have treated it any differently. He would have like brought Cracker to the mirror world and fought the 1v1 with him, despite what happened earlier. And I think Luffy has the skills to beat him.
So Cracker walked up in front of him, was playing with Pound, threatened him. Luffy punched him. Luffy then broke his armor, and then he didn't get a proper start to the fight. It wasn't a proper 1v1.
No,
and then he got overwhelmed the entire fight, and then he had to use 11 hours worth of running away, eating, and Nami's strategy to fight him off before he got a technique to use it against him, and he was stronger than him.
We don't want to hear you.
Is that really what we're saying?
Listen, look.
That Luffy could beat that guy.
Yes, look, listen. He could beat him either he didn't get a good start at a fight, right? Or Luffy he didn't want to go all out on that guy. But I'm trying to say is that like he can beat that guy. You know what I mean? Just all right. Look with Caesar Clown, right? If we wanted to think the wrong thing about Caesar Clown, we could have think that like, oh snap, Caesar could just like Luffy can't beat this guy. But no, later we find out Luffy can beat this guy. He's got to stop playing around. And I think that it's the same thing. Like Luffy can beat Katakuri. He can beat Cracker. He just has to not play around with them. Right now, it seems like he's not playing around.
Yeah. And Jinbei, and Big Mom's next. Tell Big Mom to tighten up. Oh, big bitch, nah.
It's a difference. Hold on. Like rub the side of your lips with this shit. Rub that off.
Nigga,
now look, with Big Mom, that's different. She's a Yonko.
Luffy just always has another gear. Is he PK right now?
No. So hold on. Look. So
he's always Luffy versus Katakuri would be a better matchup. Ty's mic got louder, y'all. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh shit.
Y'all could quickly answer this for the yes or no. So like when Big Mom was wilding out, right? When Big Mom was wilding out, who in her crew could stop her when she was wilding out? Nobody, right?
Nobody.
So clearly,
the entire crew couldn't stop her. The entire crew.
Exactly. So it's a gap between the Yonko and her right hand man and the other people. So like Luffy can beat Katakuri, but no, he can't beat Big Mom. You know what I mean? So you gotta stop acting like, oh, the right hand is so close to the Yonko and stuff like that. And if Luffy beats the right hand,
what was being said like 3 months ago? Oh, Luffy's finna bring down Big Mom. Oh, they finna assassinate that bitch.
I don't think that was Ty.
Oh, she going down.
That wasn't Ty.
That was Ty.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't Ty.
No, Ty literally said, I want to agree with you, but I can't. He literally said
I thought Ty said they were gonna be allies.
No, Ty said, I want to agree with you, but I can't agree with you.
Did y'all not listen to the streams for like weeks on end?
No, not really.
This nigga said that Big Mom was going down his arc.
No. As far as
I said with poison.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, he said with poison.
He said with poison.
I didn't say nobody was gonna remember. I still said that's the strongest Yonko. Right now, I still think that's the strongest Yonko. So
believe me, Ty said many stupid stuff. I don't think he said that one.
I think the only person that really thought that Big Mom was like gonna go down like in a 1v1 fight was Dustin, but he's not here to defend himself, so we're not going to talk about that.
No, we're going to talk about him, but we ain't going to talk about that.
All right. I don't think that.
Oh no, but because that's one of the things. I think everybody's flipping out because they're like, if he beats Katakuri, he could beat everybody. No. If he could beat Katakuri, that just means he could beat Jack, which he needs to do. And that just means he can beat an Admiral, which he needs to do. It doesn't mean he can beat
No, it doesn't.
Let me put my point out. Let me put this point out. And then
yes, it does.
Y'all can say what you want. Okay, so the last fight that Luffy had 1v1, that was a serious fight, was against Caesar Clown. He has not had a 1v1 fight since.
Oh, forget it.
Cracker wasn't a 1v1 fight, Ty. With all due respect. He had Nami there. Nami was weakening the biscuits. If Nami wouldn't have been there, Luffy would have lost. She had the Vivri card. That wasn't a 1v1 fight. So the last 1v1 fight he had was Caesar Clown. Luffy really has not had that fight to where he like really has to prove himself. We thought it was gonna be Dolphy, but he did the 2v1 thing, and that like because he teamed up with Law, it kind of diminished the fight. Even though he finished the fight by himself, he still had insurmountable help from Law. So I think right here with this is gonna give us a nice clear-cut answer as far as where Luffy is.
Yeah, I agree.
Y'all about to start cracking up laughing. Yo,
hey, man, I don't know.
Imagine.
What I wanted to say is like, just because you beat one person on a tier, doesn't mean you beat everybody in that
the
tier.
rest
No,
listen.
That's
how that works.
Let me
finish.
Go ahead, Master J.
That's not Mr. J.
Not Master J.
That's Escape.
That's Escape.
One person.
I know y'all want to Escape saying goddamn.
Bro. Hey, but no. Keep it down. Escape. Go ahead, bro.
Just because you beat one person in a tier doesn't mean you beat everybody in that tier. See, right now Luffy is in the point where he's fighting people in the commander tier, like Dofi, like Cracker, and Katakuri. This is going to be his first 1v1, right, in that commander tier, right? If he beats Katakuri now, that's where he gets the breakthrough of that commander tier, like the high tier fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. Now look, when I say this, just because I say that, I don't know why y'all take everything I say the wrong way. Look, when I say that if he beats Katakuri, because what you think he just fight, and you think this fight is for nothing, right? But look, if he beats Katakuri, right? When I say because right now he can't F with Jack, he can't F with the Admiral, he can't. But if he beats Katakuri, that's like showing that, like, you know, this doesn't mean that he gets a one shot Jack. No, this means that, like, you know, he's on this guy's level. He stands a legit chance. You know what I mean? Like, he's pretty much fighting Katakuri captain to captain right now, even though Katakuri doesn't really count as a captain because he's a right hand man. You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
But he could very easily lose.
Yeah. Back to what Matt was saying earlier, as far as like being able to tell where Luffy is here. I'm trying to think of the last time, like, after a Luffy fight, we were able to tell exactly where he is.
You can't. That's why that excuse doesn't work.
No,
that doesn't work.
That's why I don't think we're gonna get any.
And Luffy always learns something.
Wait. So after Luffy beat Hordy, right, on Fishman Island, right then we were all wondering. We were like, "Yo, we know
you said Hordy was trash."
No, wait a second, Brago. Hordy is trash. But look at the context and look at the way that Luffy beat him. Luffy beat the nigga underwater inside
Zoro
a
did too.
bubble. No, Zoro didn't beat Hordy. He overwhelmed
him. He did that thing to him.
Luffy fought the stronger Hordy too.
Yes, Zoro would have. Zoro would have beat Hordy, but at the point that Zoro beat Hordy, and at the point that Luffy beat Hordy, Hordy was way stronger than he was with.
And Zoro's not a Devil Fruit user as well, so you know.
Yes, and Zoro's not a Devil Fruit user. That's another thing. Thank you, Pharaoh. Okay, so with that, it was Luffy's fault. No, but look, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so look, after that fight, we knew that we you could say that Luffy is probably like he's definitely above mid tier. He's definitely
really after that fight.
Yes, after that fight, he's definitely out of mid tier.
I would say going with this.
Go ahead.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
And then you look at the way that he fought. What's his name? The way that he fought Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown was pretty much a one shot. He punched the nigga twice.
That was a one shot.
I said it was pretty much a one shot. I said it was pretty much a one shot. He punched the nigga twice and then he did a Grizzly Magnum. There was nothing else.
Yeah, he didn't choke him out. He didn't imprison him.
Yeah, I'm like,
man, run through the entire.
Hold on.
Stop this blasphemy, bro. Y'all are actually being Luffy haters right now. If that's
nah, y'all like no, Grim, you really like reaching right now with that shit because for one, look.
How I'm reaching? That was in the manga. It was drawn. The nigga didn't beat him like that.
Add context to it. Luffy didn't know the nigga's powers.
He slept on him. He underestimated him.
He completely slept on that. He completely like that was the whole point. After that, like this nigga literally fucking beat him with three.
Okay, but you can't take that away from a fight, bro. If he walks into Katakuri and doesn't see him, guess what's happening? Guess what's happening? He's getting beat. That works that way.
You said what?
That's what's a matchup. If he walks up to Katakuri and doesn't know him, he's getting beat.
Okay, I think all the point you were trying to make was that the only 1v1 fights we've seen from Luffy is to people who are way weaker than him. Was that what you were trying to say?
Yes, they're way weaker than him. And in the fights that we did, the fights that where Luffy could have proven himself, i.e. Dofi, i.e. Cracker, it was some bullshit that was attached to it. So what I'm saying,
all right,
is
so it's
right
nothing
here,
wrong with this being the first time.
Wait, why do we
bro, I disagree with that completely, bro. He had help because he required it. He required that. You can't say that if they weren't there, he was gonna do the same thing. He was not. When they were out of commission, when Nami wasn't helping, when fucking Law wasn't helping, he was getting manhandled. Cracker was literally breaking off on this nigga's ass. Flamingo was having a field day on this nigga's ass. The only time that Luffy had the advantage was after this nigga got gamma knifed. The only time that Luffy had the advantage was after this nigga got gamma knifed and went into Gear Force. On his own, he's not dealing with these people, and when he can deal with them, he has a time limit for it.
Before we address the
at the same time,
stuff, we address how gay that whole statement was.
No, stop.
At the same time, what?
At the same time, wait, I want to respond to that, but Ty,
I just
want to say this real quick. Is that
I
get that Luffy? I get that Luffy had help. Like I get that Luffy had help with Dofi and with Cracker, but he's still put in the majority of the work. So don't try to play him like oh, he had help.
Ty,
he can't beat the 1v1.
I don't know. It's just,
Nami put in all the work.
Nami put in some work.
If Nami wasn't here, Luffy would have won.
All right, look. Nami did put in work.
Katakuri now, right? What level would we say Luffy is at?
We would say he's commander level, like high.
Is that OV?
No, we would not. No, we would not.
I think we would.
I would just say commander level. Yonko commander.
Nami.
Yeah, commander level.
No,
So you just say commander level. You won't actually specify between.
I would say he's able to take if he's able to take down the right hand of a Yonko.
He's on. That's why I said he'd be high tiered. He's on that tier.
I disagree.
Here's what I'm saying,
completely.
Bro, Luffy's already in the high tier.
Although we say,
currently we view Luffy as
wait.
Okay.
Although we say,
where's Luffy right now?
Luffy is high. Luffy is at the bottom of high tier.
Yeah, he's at the
No. I'm talking about as far as commander.
He's like fourth commander.
Wait,
fourth.
I want to say
Commander, I say that's
He's
fair.
like fourth or third commander right now. If he beats Katakuri, I'm putting him at like second, maybe.
I disagree with that though.
I put him at second.
Even though I think it would have been scary if we would have seen Cracker go in on that nigga though.
This is Brago. This is what I told you at the beginning of this video. This is all based on matchups. If Katakuri loses, it's based on matchups. If he loses, it's based on matchups.
No, you don't know how.
If Luffy brings out a new gear, an alternate gear. We don't know how that would work.
You can only say matchups like if
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Yo, wait, can I say something?
Were you talking to me?
Wait, Grim, let me say something. As far as that whole matchup thing, right? All right, so look, I understand that matchups do matter, but these characters have a base level of strength and a base level of abilities. Like, you can't just say it's all matchup because this category can see the fucking future, bro. Like, nobody else.
Yes, we can, and I'll explain to you why to answer fruit at the same time. If a guy like Katakuri, who you all believe was some unfactual evidence from the manga, because the manga doesn't say this at all, and he's a right-hand man. If you believe that, and he's supposed to be stronger, stop. Let me finish. And he's supposed to be the right hand man. And Cracker's the number 3 or 4. Like you guys are trying to say, he should be stronger than Cracker. Whether it's an inch or a whole mile, he should be stronger than Cracker. If Luffy cannot deal with Cracker, because we saw he could not deal with Cracker in 11 hours, in whatever the fight time period was, he couldn't deal with Cracker. He required Nami for 11 hours to stay in the fight, not to beat him, to stay in the fight. He needed Nami for 11 hours, and now he's beating Katakuri in the mirror room one-on-one by himself. That means that there's a difference in the matchup. The people that he was fighting are different people. Fighting one person, he jumped an entire tier of fighting.
Wait, we've seen this before, though.
That's kind of how it works. So
that's not true because you don't even know how Luffy wins. If Luffy wins because of elemental advantage, then it's match. But if Luffy
he's gonna come out. He's gonna fire up Gear Force, right? That might actually be a thing. Gear Force fireball.
All right, so look,
Joy Boy actually made a theory that he was going to use like Red Hawk on like one of his Gear Force King Kong punches.
Yeah, see that'd be dope.
You see how Luffy?
No, but what is that going to do?
You see how Luffy?
Fire.
He
said earlier before that Katakuri went out of his way to block Luffy's Red Hawk, right? When he's never blocked any.
If you watch the video from start to finish, then you'll get a really good idea like what he meant.
You see how Luffy beat
Bro, you can't watch Joy Boy videos for 20 minutes.
See, that's the thing, bro. You haven't watched a Joy Boy video in like a good 4 months.
Bro, come on, bro. Ain't nobody got time to sit down for 20 minutes and watch a video.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't watched.
Sit down and watch 20 minutes.
This is the first one I've watched all the way through after like 4 months.
Listen, man, I just skipped to like 10 minutes in after all the fillers done.
Just like the rest of one.
Oh my.
Yeah, just roasting matches.
Hey, Joe Boy videos have filler. What is this? That's what got Toei over here.
Yeah, he's working with Toei.
I got chill.
Oh yeah.
Then he said he got a new sponsor, right?
The body pillows.
Yeah, body pillow sponsor. I've seen that on Twitter.
Body pillows by Toei.
Hey man,
is that like I see Luffy beating Katakuri like how he beat Rob Lucci, like blow for blow, like on some like man to man type stuff. And this is what this leading to. Like Katakuri, he picked this fight with Luffy. He should have been minding his business somewhere else, and that's why he's gonna lose too, just for like not minding his business. Like Big Mom was after them directly. He should have just left it alone. No, he wanna seek Luffy out. He wanna stop Luffy from being a big threat. He gonna get The crazy thing is that like I see Shanks looking at the newspaper because when this is gonna hype Luffy up so much when he wins, Shane's gonna be like, "Hey, Ben Beckman, Luffy could kick your ass now." Like, I think he's got a choreography.
If Shanks says that, really?
If Shanks says that, bro.
Yo, I just thought about something, bro. I forgot to tell y'all what me and Theory was cooking up, bro. We got the ultimate theory on this one, bro.
Right.
Look, Garp was 40 in the game 40 years ago, right?
Stop.
Grip, you gotta let me. You gotta
let me fuck out of here.
I want to hear this.
Look, Garp was in the game 40 years ago, right? Oda took the time to show us what Big Mom was looking like 48 years ago, right? A year 28 years old. She looked bad than a mother, right? Right. So what is to say that Garp at some point didn't get that and knock her up and give her a baby?
Oh, Garpy booyah! Yeah,
look. When she first talked to Luffy at Fishman Island, she said Garp's grandson, as if she got history with Garp, right?
So which son is
listen. That nigga gave her the monkey D. And now look, Katakuri. Hold it down. Katakuri, he sort of resemble Luffy, don't he? He sort of resemble Luffy. And he took an interest in this little nigga for what?
Oh, because they both got eyes in their nose?
So I don't agree with that.
Wait. So which one is the kid? The one that watched Moscato die?
No, bro, Katakuri is the kid. That's Luffy's uncle. Katakuri Luffy's uncle, bro. We about to see it in the next chapter.
Wait, why was they discussing this with you, Steve-O?
Yeah, I don't know how you guys.
One day, I think it was like a couple days ago. He was just talking.
Yo, this is what happens when people are too hyped for
it. We was talking about the state of the world of One Piece like 40 years ago.
Luffy's true mom.
Big Mom looked good back then. You
true
know?
mom revealed, yo.
I don't think Big Mom.
Don't make this a title, yo. Come on, yo.
Luffy's true mom revealed.
Come on, yo.
Spoilers, chapter 8.
I don't agree. I don't agree with what you said, but
featuring Yonko Productions.
Nigga. Yo, but look, man, it makes perfect sense, bro. It makes perfect sense.
So look, I don't agree with what you're saying, but at least
if that happens, Steve-O, I'm giving you so many W's.
I mean, Roger snuck through, bro. He, they didn't even find that nigga. He hit that shit 2-3 times.
Why is that always?
That nigga Cracker might be Roger's son, bro.
Yo, leave this agreement to do all this shit.
It matches up with the timeline, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with that, but at least
Cracker's pretty weak, just like Ace was pretty weak. So I mean, that would make sense.
Look. His body wasn't up to par, just like Crackers. That makes sense to me.
Exactly. Roger got cut down by 2 fodder niggas, bro. What's going on?
Exactly.
those the real world's greatest soldiers.
Yeah. Yo, who will start this theory? Me, and Steve-O, bro. Let's go.
Well, I don't agree with it, but at least it was creative or whatever like that, though. Like, that just be funny. If, like, Luffy fights Katakuri, whatever like that, and he can't win, and Katakuri doesn't kill him, and he's like, I'm your half-brother. And he lets Luffy escape. And then Luffy sees Garp, and Garp is like, so
my only brothers, get out of here.
Being corny, Ty.
Luffy's gonna be Garp. Garp's gonna be like, so you met your half brother, Katakuri. Okay, he let you escape.
Nah, that's Dragon younger brother, bro. That's Dragon younger brother, and that's Luffy's uncle.
So that's Dragon's brother.
Wait, so that's what he's gonna tell him in the mirror world? That's why he let him drag him to the mirror world?
Yeah, bro.
Luffy's gonna beat Katakuri.
He pulling an Aokiji right now, bro. He about to let him know something. He about to show him.
He's about to tell him about the reverie and shit. We just gonna get.
He about to show him what's good, and
Big Mom is dragging.
Hold up, yo.
I said, keep your head up, man. Out here on these seas, man. The new world is a dangerous place, bro.
Katakuri is going to sit him down and say, Luffy, one of your crewmates will die.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to.
Got a question for
Rem. That doesn't have to be Big Mom. Doesn't have to be Dragon's mom. That could just be like he's a Rolling Stone, so maybe that's like his stepmom. You know what I'm saying?
Ty, what's up, bro?
All right, so remember you were saying that that Luffy always get help for these big fights, right? And this is Ace about to fight Katakuri 1v1. So imagine if it'd be mad funny if he's fighting Katakuri, right? And say he starts to need help. And you just see room. It's like a mad big room in Lord Compton. That's like Luffy's hidden plan right there.
What if that nigga Blano's gonna pop out of nowhere, bro?
I've been saying that the whole week, bro. Bluno about to come through. He's gonna open up the door to the mirror world.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get a panel.
Theory, bro. That was dope. Luno's coming up.
You're gonna get a panel of.
They said somebody Emmanuel said
y'all got it all wrong.
I'm gonna be gone if Katakuri takes off his scarf and that nigga has Garp smile underneath.
I would have been hiding it, bro.
If that's the end, so that's the climax of this.
Say big reveals at the end of every arc.
Katakuri will be my least favorite character of all time.
Why though?
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Bro, I just sit there and laugh for a good 20 minutes. I want to be able to finish the chapter.
That would be funny.
That'd be some other shit.
28.
You know what that would remind me of? You know how everybody was making those memes of Kakashi without the mask? And it was
Katakuri the Garp.
But really though, you niggas lying if you say you wouldn't hit Big Mom at 28, bro.
We're gonna get a panel.
How we get there?
You always bringing this shit up, bro.
And 50% of you niggas better say 48 too.
What? 48, nigga. I hit it.
You don't have to tell us. We already know you would, bro. Come on.
Wait, y'all hit what?
Big Mom.
78.
Oh hell.
48. 28. 8.
Oh, come on, bro.
Okay.
Y'all both said, hold
It's always funny, right? When we play Smash or Pass and it's like an all right chick. And I see niggas saying no. I'm like, y'all niggas lying. Like, get out of here.
Then they pull out sugar and shit, and then they be all like,
they're like, all right, I'm on sugar. Like,
yo, she's 28 at heart, bro.
Yo, what's gonna happen?
Stop.
I didn't say yes. I just made an observation. I said 28.
Yo, I just read the funniest fucking comment, bro. Somebody said that Katakuri is a fucking tontada and that everything under the scarf is mochi.
What? Yo, that's
Actually try to take
Since the news came out, I've been hearing niggas say that.
oh no, I said that last week. I literally said that last week. Brago, run the tape.
people have actually made theories.
Shout out to Pinocchio. He was the first person I heard say it.
I heard that shit from Will D too.
That's not even original. That's literally Trouble's character.
That's hey, real shit though. Real shit.
That's not even original theory. Y'all are copying Trouble's design. That dude's trash. Stop.
Wait, did you guys hear me say that?
Well,
same concept.
Say what?
I got a new theory. All right. Shiki is gonna appear at the referee. Hear me out. Shiki is going to appear at the referee.
No, we're not doing this, yo.
Bro, who's saying that shit?
If Shiki gonna appear at a referee, who is not appearing?
Who is saying, bro? Steve-O, please tell me you didn't just say that.
That was Skate.
Skate, bro, kick this nigga. Kick this nigga, man.
What's the rest of your theories, Skate?
That was Skate, but I'm not mad at that at all, bro. I want Shiki to come
back. Listen, Shiki already fucking came back.
In a movie, bro. That was a movie.
Bro, y'all niggas here.
Matt, where is he? Where is he?
They mentioned him in the manga and everything. He gotta come back at some point.
Wait a second. I gotta check back in with the chat. The chat, yes, the edibles have definitely fucking hit. Anyways,
would it be trollish if Oda completely just goes away from the fight?
Yes, but he's gonna do that.
What do you mean? That's gonna happen.
Do that.
Brago
he might
Brago, why you asking the obvious? You really think I'm trolling, bro? We about to flash over to Sanji doing his first death wing.
The thing is, every time I say that, he doesn't. Every time I say that, he doesn't.
This nigga said he's gonna do his first death week. I'm dead.
Like Rivers been saying that shit. Like
that's because he was waiting
saying it for months.
Like he hopes that shit happens. Nah, but every time I say that Oda's gonna go away from what's actually happening, he doesn't. He actually shows us.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
So, Brago,
the way Luffy has always, or Oda has always drawn Luffy's fights is he goes back and forth during the climax of the arc between Luffy's fights. Like, just like if you think about Lucci, it's like him fighting Lucci, and then it's like going back and forth doing other.
You
shit.
only see the beginning though, right?
But when it was time to fight Cracker, we got to see the fight. So
we always see the beginning of the fights.
Hold on, why does everybody always be quiet whenever Fruit's talking? I feel like
I'm talking about the climax. Because no one cares what you got to say, bro.
Yeah. For the rest of the brothers up in here, but there's one person that's not a brother.
But I already know.
What?
But I already know how this fight's gonna end. So his house.
One bitch doesn't count as a brother either. His accent doesn't match up.
Hey, Ty, I want to hear this. How's the fight? Ty, how's the fight gonna end, bro? What's gonna happen? How is Luffy gonna fight Katakuri?
So like you see how up until now he didn't make Luffy go get fourth. So I think Luffy could tangle with him in his base form a little bit. What's gonna happen eventually though? Luffy's gonna go get second, right? Katakuri's gonna use his powers, right? And he's gonna see into the future, and he's gonna block all the Gear Second's attacks, even though they're fast. But once he blocks all Gear,
he doesn't have to block
attacks,
those. They don't affect him.
No. I'm using the one word. I'm saying block. I mean avoid. Like he's gonna see him coming and just move out the way, whatever. Luffy's gonna do like 10 fast punches, and Katakuri's gonna block. He's gonna evade all of them. But then Katakuri's eyes is gonna start dripping blood, and it's gonna drip on the floor.
Wow.
Dripping blood?
Blood's gonna come. Yeah, his eyes are gonna drip blood.
I mean, he used hard Gatling.
My powers. I'm saying he's gonna be like, my powers are at a risk.
He overusing it?
So he's unlocking the Mangekyo Sharingan?
Right.
I can't
exactly.
Why you ain't play the OST?
I can't tell
from overusing his observation hockey, he's gonna go blind. His eyes.
Hey, that's probably why we ain't seen Garp in a while, because he killed his daddy and shit.
Bro, all of y'all need to give up on this Shiki shit, okay?
Wait, what? I'm not giving up on Shiki.
I'm talking to the fucking chat. I'm talking to you too, Skate.
I don't think Shiki's gonna come back. I don't think Shiki's gonna come back right now, but I think just like we seen Rayleigh, he's gonna come at some point.
I'm talking about everybody.
You don't think Shiki's gonna come back?
No.
Why? Coming back, bro. Why don't you want this brother to come back? You see, he's a brother, right?
But the same could be said.
They didn't even do him justice, though, man. Even if you want to count the movie, they didn't even do him justice.
He already came back.
The same could be said for Foxy. We seen certain people more than one.
The movie made him seem like he's on Burndy World level.
Listen,
if y'all even remember that character.
Wait a second. Listen. Let me say something. The era of those people is done. It's over.
But he's still Yonko level.
He's like a mad hater right now.
Isn't Big Mom part of that era though, right?
Wait. All right. I'm not gonna say he's Yonko level.
But she was.
Roger. Come on,
he's
wait.
Yonko or Admiral level still.
Okay, look, obviously we're coming up to the end of Big Mom and Kaido's era. Yeah. There's no sense in bringing Shiki into the story at this point because the story is going to shift to the supernovas.
Yeah, but
there's no sense in.
But even if he got to come back and die or something like that, like how they did with Jiraiya, like it can still be used. Like he can get into it with CP0.
I mean,
he could like.
You say there's no
I mean?
sense, but this nigga is some top tier dude that probably knows some top tier, like knowledge wise, knows some top tier shit.
Even if he's just chilling on an island.
I just want to say, like, this dude escaped from Impel down. Like he is shit, yo. Like this dude
exactly.
Looking at it from a logical
standpoint, Luffy escaped from Impel down too. So what?
Yeah, but Luffy had
even if you're not going to bring him in like some combat type of shit, like maybe you don't fight him. Just his knowledge alone, his knowledge.
Shiki is a major player. Like it wouldn't make any logical sense knowing his character for him to just sit back and not do anything. Yeah. Especially when he had major plans.
That's not true because Tim and Luffy have something in common because they both escaped Impel. Now, like even if it's just like Shiki just talking to Luffy, like, yo, I'm out of it. You know, I'm not getting involved anymore. It's your era right now. Just talking to Luffy, like.
What you mean they got something in common? It's like fucking 500 niggas that he got something in common.
Did y'all read Chapter 0 of One Piece?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you know that came out to help promote.
But still, he's still a character.
Wait a second. It came out to help promote the Strong World movie. Okay. He said at the end of the Chapter 0 that he was going to break out. He had a big diabolical scheme to take over the East Blue.
That's right.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
What was his goal? What was his goal in the movie? To take over the East Blue. You think it introduced? You think? Wait a second. You think it introduced him? You think it introduced him in the movie as doing what it says he was going to do when he breaks out of Impel Down, and then reintroduce him into the story to do that?
Bro, there's no way what you're saying makes any sense.
No, the movie timelines are different from the manga timeline because the movie's extra.
Like the Dragon Ball movies, bro.
No, it's not.
Zephyr's canon.
No, it's not. It's not an entirely different thing because the reason why I say that it's different with Oda in movies is because he actually has a hand in the movie. He's like he's hands on with everything. Like, and this is facts. You can go look that up. Everyone knows that.
Yeah,
with the characters.
No, even with the story.
They don't mean the story from the movie is canon though, bro. It don't even fit into the actual story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, I'm not saying.
And this is somebody who's a part of the real story. Like it's nothing wrong with him meeting Luffy and just like talking, or maybe he gets it in still. Like he could still like like he could be a part of this big war. He could just talk to Luffy.
Man, I just want Shiki to appear for world building because he has knowledge to offer to the One Piece world. I don't really care to see him fight or do anything else. Like, honestly, I just want world building.
Listen,
imagine if Shiki had the fourth poneglyph, bro. Like,
no, but he doesn't. But he doesn't.
How do you know that?
How the fuck? What?
Okay. Show me the panels, bro.
Yo,
yeah, but like
it's crazy. It's crazy how Matt B wrote One Piece, right?
No,
it's crazy.
So y'all really gonna sit up here and y'all gonna tell me that Shiki has a fucking force?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, how do you know he doesn't?
That nigga's a major player. We know that he gunning. We know he's gunning for the final interview.
There's certain
Tesoro's a canon character.
No, there's certain things that just don't need to happen in One Piece. Okay, what the fuck is Shiki gonna be doing with a fourth part?
You don't need to have the.
I
don't need to have the poneglyph.
Bro, what the fuck is it now doing on the moon? This is a story about
Exactly. Wait a second, Grim. Are you really gonna ask that dumbass question?
Matt, you just told me that Shiki isn't coming back because Luffy beat him in a movie. I don't want to hear about dumbass shit.
No, nigga. Did you read the cover story of why Enel went to the moon?
Nigga,
we know why.
You said why Enel would that happen?
I asked Grim a question. Grim,
those are two things that don't happen.
Grim, you said why is Enel on the moon? I said, nigga, did you read the cover story that was telling why Enel went to the moon?
Did you not read or hear the rest of the context of what I said?
Wait a second. No. Answer the question.
Oh shoot.
Why would I answer the question? We both obviously read the question.
He will bring you out if you don't answer that
we
question.
both obviously read the cover story, but you were saying dumbass shit. You were saying that because Shiki got beat by Luffy in a movie that he has no relevance to coming back in the story. That makes zero sense.
That wasn't.
Just like Enel being on the moon in a pirate story makes zero sense.
Wait a second.
So because it can happen with Enel, it can happen with Shiki. That was the point of that.
Grim, like you always do. You forgot to put in details that I said. For one, I said, did you guys know that the Strong World Chapter 0 was put out, or One Piece Chapter 0 was put out to promote Strong World?
So is that canon?
You said, is it canon? Hell yes, fucking canon.
All right, then. If it's canon and Shiki's in it, what are you talking about?
And he's not a lame person. He's an important person. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna come back.
Listen, let me fucking finish.
Bro, you can't argue way out of this. You just said Luffy beat Shiki.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to argue my way out of it. I'm gonna repeat what I just said like 10 minutes ago.
Why?
Look, because you clearly didn't fucking understand it. But anyways, so look, I said at the end of Chapter 0, Shiki he proposes what his plan is after he escapes Impel Down, and what he said was that he wants to take over the East Blue. In the movie, what was his goal?
Maybe it wasn't Ken that he was gonna repeat exactly what he said 10 minutes ago.
In the end, what was his fucking goal?
Somebody just answered.
So somebody else got to answer.
To get subs?
No. Didn't he say I want to take over the East Blue? Isn't that what he was gonna do? Yes or no?
I don't know.
I guess you're asking that question because the answer is yes.
Look, I'm asking y'all, why the fuck would they put that at the end of Chapter 0, then then put out the movie? That
doesn't mean that he only has one goal, though. Like,
wait, Matt, you say that's canon, though. Didn't they travel all the way back to East Blue for that shit?
No.
Hold up. I just had a great
East Blue, right?
Hold up. I just had a great point. I just thought of. Remember whenever Steve-O said it's just like the Dragon Ball movies, where it's not always like the characters always.
And I said that Oda is directly writing the movies, and he's
over
this.
Yeah, but what about all the other movies and specials? What about all the other movies and specials that had like the same characters in it, but it wasn't relevant? Like the one with Chopper, whenever they brought like Frankie in it too and everything.
Okay. Wait a second. Now we're really talking about some dumb shit right here. Okay, because there's no. There is a clear distinction between all of the other One Piece movies that are out, right? All of the other One Piece movies.
The first 5 movies.
Wait a second. That are just the movies that are out, and then you have Strong World and Film Z. Those two were completely different than any other movie that's out, right? Any other One Piece movie that are out. Want to know why? Because the events involving
but that's like saying
movie, the events involving the movie were directly related to the story.
But that's like saying we're not going to see that.
Like, okay, I can understand.
That's like saying we're not going to see that.
I can understand. Hold on, Ty, real quick. I'll just make it quick. That's just like. Hold on. That's like, okay, I can understand the Film Z being like a canon thing that they could have done, like that can relate in the story and whatnot. But I can't believe the Shiki thing. That wouldn't make any sense. That doesn't fit in at all.
And another thing, that's like saying that we won't see Zuffa.
The Shiki for them.
That's like saying
like Matt's trying to say that it fits within the timeline. I think he's just simply trying to say that since Oda had a hand in it and everything went down in the movie, like,
that's like saying
that he's not.
Wait, hold on.
But the thing is, at the end of the movie, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna come back in 20 years," and it's like,
hold on.
That's like
hold up, Skate.
Won't get Zeffa or Master Z.
Wasn't in Film Gold the other movie that Oda supposedly had his hand in? Didn't that one have a? What's up?
It was 3 of them. It's Film Gold, Film Z, and Strong World.
So and then
Strong World.
Look, so Oda had his hand in Film Gold, right? He was watching over and whatnot. But wasn't there a time lapse issue because the whole Sanji thing?
Yeah, it was before Dressrosa, I thought.
No. That's our conclusion. That still doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
And Gran Tesoro was a canon character. Oh.
Like film gold doesn't make any sense in the timeline. It's not relevant to the timeline at all. It's not canon at all.
But at the same time, I didn't say anything about the timeline. I said that the movie's directly related to the story. So, for instance, it's now
Luffy's in the story.
Wait a second. Now that I had to explain this. Okay, so what did we learn in film Z? We learned that the person that cut Z's arm off, or Zephyr's arm off, was the 7 Shichibukai.
Yeah. But that means too that like we're gonna see him and his arm is gonna be off. It doesn't mean that just because these people are in movies, we don't get to see him anymore. And Rob Lucci was back in film Z, even though we've seen him before. I mean, he's film gold. So like I think we could see Shiki. It's not impossible.
No, bro.
I'm not saying he's gonna have a poneglyph.
I don't get it. Are you saying it's canon or not? Are you saying those last 3 movies that Oda watched over?
No. I'm not saying that. I wouldn't count fucking film gold. I wouldn't say that film gold is canon because anything related to film, we didn't learn more about the world of One Piece through film gold. We learned
that Gold Tesoro is
picking and choosing which ones you're going to use. That doesn't make sense.
No. I'm talking about the overall story of One Piece. What did film gold do for the overall story of One Piece?
What did
film Z do? We learned what the 7 Shichibukai did. We learned
that Grand Tesoro is real.
Wait a second, and also we learned of Z's relationship to the Marines, and also to Kizaru. Those people.
Wasn't that Aokiji's reveal of his injuries?
Yep.
Didn't we learn?
And then that was all. Yeah, that was also the reveal of Aokiji's injuries. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Film gold? Didn't we learn?
Hold on. I just want to answer someone in the chat real quick. Someone said
we learned about Lucci's design.
Wait. Someone said Shiki is filler. That is incorrect. Shiki isn't filler. The film is filler, though.
Exactly.
They mentioned Shiki in the manga, bro. And Goku has a line where he actually mentions Shiki's breakout in the manga.
But to me though, like it's so much in One Piece. Like it's so much that could happen. There's so many different ways. Like it's a bunch of ways for Shiki to fit in. Like we don't know what's up with the. What's that thing? We don't know what's up with the.
Reverie.
What's that thing that honestly, no. The
timeline
thing that Rayleigh was telling Luffy about the secret of the world, or like the secret of like the
the Void Century.
Yeah, the Void Century. But like we don't know Shiki can fit in. So like I don't agree with Matt B saying that Shiki's done. He's in the movie.
I don't know why it's so hard to believe that the movie is not canon, but then the chapter 10 whatever it is. That's what I believe.
It is canon. Chapter 0 is canon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chapter 0 is canon, but the movie's probably not canon.
And the movie has canon elements, but obviously the storyline is
exactly.
I found
there's parts that could be canon in.
I found leaks. I found One Piece anime links. Not links. I found One Piece anime leaks of Shanks like Shiki, like saying Shiki, and this one is for a future One Piece episode. So like, he's gonna come back. Don't listen to what
Shiki.
Don't listen to what Matt B saying.
Nothing else.
It's
so
a
you
leak.
can give us that.
I got a panel of Shanks.
He was saying other stuff
Kaido.
too, but I can't. I don't speak
I'll drop
Japanese,
it in the
so
general.
I can't say it.
Well, how Shanks stop Kaido. Got the panels of that. I mean, BC Kizaru donated.
Shout out to BC Kizaru. Said, yo, these streams say lit crazy entertainment leaves you thinking hard on some shit. Fuck it. Take all my money. Keep it up. LOL. Shout out to BC Kizaru.
No, I was about to say, Brago, the panel, I got it right here. It's from the Viz. It says, people always said, if you wanted to pick a fight, do it with Kaido. So I don't know, man.
What?
What? What's going on?
Did we miss something?
That's a lot. That's some huge information. If you ask,
definitely missed something.
This fight.
Yeah.
So prediction stream tomorrow.
Today?
You mean to tell me this isn't the prediction stream?
Nah. This is.
I already made my prediction. Shiki's appearing at the Reverie. If you don't,
I already made my grand prediction.
Yeah, Shiki appearing at the Reverie. I don't know about that.
Triggered, yeah.
Yeah.
The mirrors are gonna lift up because of Shiki.
My prediction is that you're all wrong.
So I guess the title of the stream should be Shiki appears at the Reverie. Evidence inside. Watch full video.
Watch the whole thing.
Watch full video for evidence.
No, name it Garp's second son. This season.
The other thing with Shiki too is that that's one of Oda's good artwork characters. Like it's like to not have him come back would be a waste. I don't think he's gonna waste.
Nah, name that shit Big Mama 8.
All right, man.
The reason why I think he's coming back is straight up because at the end of the movie, or at the end of the movie,
well, I'm
gonna come back in 20 years. It's like, wait, why put that in there?
Wait, he said he was gonna. He
said
he was gonna come back in 20 years, but it's 22 years now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't really make.
You're saying it's time.
I could have swore he said 20 years or so. 20 years.
Yeah, but what we're saying, it's been 2 years additional since.
Okay,
that
but
whole
wait.
20
That's what I'm saying. Like, delivery would be a good
Wait,
time.
did you just say at the end of the movie or at the end of the chapter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're using the movie after just saying it wasn't canon.
because look. If you say at the end of the movie, right? If you say at the end of the movie, Luffy's 20 years old at that point. So then, if he comes back in 20 years, then Luffy's gonna be 40, and
I'm so confused right now. Why does Matt B believe that this movie is canon? Why do you believe that?
True, but
you know right now that kid
Bro, we literally just argued about this for like an hour straight, bro. What do you not get out of that?
Wait a second, because Master J, Master J, you don't understand that I just said that based off of what this nigga said.
Exactly, you're being reactive, but you don't have an
this
actual
nigga. We were using the shit that was in there. You got us. Sure, you got us.
When you say
so relax,
this nigga,
Big Daddy. You just told us.
What the fuck?
I said, I said it. You just told us that fucking the whole storyline of that movie is canon. Nigga, guess what you just told us? That Luffy beat Shiki, and that's all that is to it. That's what you just told us. So check that.
Somebody clip that real quick. Somebody clip what Grimby said.
And next time you say this nigga, you gotta say the nigga subs too. It's like this nigga 4 subs.
He said, "Relax, Big Daddy." All right.
Hey, bro, stop. Y'all not gonna take that shit out of context.
Yo,
You're gonna use it right.
Clip that.
Yonko Productions states that the characters are canon, but the events that happens in the film are not, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
Shiki can come.
So he ain't know the nigga.
Everybody on the same page except for Matt B. He's obviously on a different plane.
He ain't less wrong than Matt B.
Okay.
I don't know, bro.
Oh yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that like Luffy's gonna fight Katakuri, right? I think he's gonna win. But besides that, I think this is a great setup because I still think that the Zoro's gonna have to be Shiryu of the Rain, and he's equal to Magellan, on par with him or whatever. So it's like this is a great opportunity for like Luffy to like beat Katakuri, and Zoro and Law, they just mess up Jack if they bump into Jack along the way. Because I do think that they're gonna bump into Jack still, for some reason. So like I think we get to see Zoro closing the gap with Luffy a little bit. Even if Zoro was kind of focused on, all right, so like you see how Katakuri's like soloing Luffy out to fight him, right? Zoro seemed to be doing that with Jack. He was just focused on Jack. He didn't even want to go help Sanji because like, we got Kaido to worry about, and he was thinking about Jack. So I think this is like great for like Luffy fights Katakuri, Zoro beats Jack,
and Sanji beats.
You say Zoro?
It's not a competition.
Sanji
everybody gets their chance to shine. Like
where's Sanji's chance to shine, bro?
Bobbins.
Everybody gets their chance to shine.
What makes you say Zoro? Don't dodge the question. What makes you say Zoro thinking about Jack?
Bro,
wait, you said why do I think
Zoro's want Zoro to fight Jack so badly? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Zoro fanboys, man. They out of control.
Bro, if Zoro fights anybody and like he's gonna get a big fight from Kaido's alliance, it's gonna be the Shogun or like
yeah.
I know, but this is before. What I'm trying to say is that like y'all, every time I say that, y'all always say like, no, he's gonna fight the Shogun.
What do you do?
He can fight Jack and fight the Shogun later too. Like he doesn't have to just get one big fight.
Yeah, that's some bad dick writing.
Everybody knows the Shogun's gonna be a joke character just like Raizo.
Nah, come on.
Nah, y'all, that's some mad dick writing time. I have to stop you.
Hey,
he's gonna have to just fight everybody like that.
No, listen. I'm saying.
Hey, bro, Theory just sent me a panel, bro. I gotta send that bitch to you, bro. Oh shit. Man.
No, listen. I'm saying that Jack is gonna stop them before they even get to where they're trying to go, and that's when Zoro's gonna fight him. I'm talking about like he's gonna fight.
So I think Zoro's gonna beat Jack underwater. Wait, hold up.
Like he's not beating Jack in the Shogun underwater.
He actually could beat Jack
underwater.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Pharaoh, see me in the other
chat. Anybody reading the chat? Zoro doesn't need help to fight a commander. Is that?
Bruh, get this shit out of here, yo.
Oh, you saw that shit?
But with that,
hey, that's Theory.
Whether Zoro fights Jack 1v1 or if he fights him with Law help, it's still a good fight. Luffy teamed up with Law to fight Luffy. So if Zoro,
yeah.
So that's the thing. So like, I don't think Zoro can fight Jack.
He has too much time on his hands.
Zoro's gonna fight Jack 1v1, but I think we're gonna see Zoro and Law fight Jack, like we've seen Luffy.
After all, he is a stay-at-home mom.
That's actually what I want to see a lot. Is Zoro and Law fighting?
That's a theory, though.
That would be
and then it'll show Luffy's crew's expansion that, like, you know, Zoro could team up with Law and fight somebody big, and it doesn't have to be Luffy. Like his crew is expanding.
That would be dope.
Feel that.
Yeah, make that a thumbnail, bro.
Like the stream,
video thumbnail.
I made that a thumbnail.
Yeah, man. Like the stream, everybody. Like the stream. Niggas doing it.
We'll stream tomorrow. I'm streaming Thursday. As soon as the chapter drops, we doing a live reaction. Like Thursday.
Yeah, the spoilers are lit right now.
Spoilers.
You know spoilers.
If you have spoilers, bro, you're going to jail.
Spoilers.
It's hard on the streets of Japan.
I fuck with you heavy as hell, nigga.
But yeah, like the stream.
Link the spoilers in my DM.
Big baller.
We them boys.
Like the stream.
Shout out Team Dustin from
afar. Master Jason?
I said shout out Team Dustin from afar. I gotta represent for my homies even when they ain't here.
Slurp.